digital edition of Hear Us Out. I'm Ivy.
And I'm Lauren.
And today we are here to rank our own horny, fantastic, weird freaks for your entertainment. Now, you may be asking yourself, what the hell is a Hear Me Out?
It's the year 2026.
What are you talking about?
This is not a current meme in the rotation.
Don't worry, because we're still on 2012 memes, and we can explain it to you. Was it 2012?
No!
I don't know what year it is.
Not even
Time is non-linear, and neither of the memes.
So true.
A Hear Me Out is any crush that is a little off the beaten path. Like when you were trying to justify it to a random man at the bus stop, you have to be like, no, I promise, hear me out. And folks, today you will hear us out against your wills.
For example, my Hear Me Out for this week is a living air plant.
And amen. And my Hear Me Out this week is when the stocks have men in them. Put them in jail.
Yes, and I did think you were referring to the stock market, but it is
No,
in fact the medieval...
the stock market should have no men. Just the medieval stocks should be full of men. They should actually take them directly from the modern stocks and put them in the medieval stocks. Actually, consequence immediate.
And speak on it. And that's exactly right. We do this show every fourth Saturday at the Pack Theater, but we do it in person with the help of 3 guest judges who all rank their own Hear Me Outs, but today we are going to be ranking ours, like Ivy said. And we're going to be ranking them on 3 criteria, which is dateability, marriageability, fuckability. So yeah, I think we're going to just get into it. And we're also going to intersperse with advice questions, relationship advice, because we are both single.
Experts.
Yup. Both of those things are true. But let's get into it with, I'll go first with my Hear Me Out, which is a little bit, that's kind of topical because the Avatar movie, we were just talking about it, but the Avatar movie leaked. Very sad for the animators. If you can support the official release, even though Paramount Plus is evil, please do that because the animators worked really hard. But my Hear Me Out was not in the movie, but it is Wan Shi Tong, the giant library owl guardian from the Sunken Library. This is what I meant when I said it's a very you Hear Me Out.
Wow.
But I think, for the, if anyone's not seen Avatar, which you should see Avatar, Wan Shi Tong is a giant owl spirit. We'll put a picture of him like right here. Is a giant owl spirit who guards a secret sunken library in the desert, and he's real type A about it.
Can I just say, I love some rules. I love structure. I love knowing how to handle a situation. Like you go into the library, they tell you, you steal book, I kill you. Wow, incredible communication, boundaries.
Yeah, no, giant owl spirit does turn into a scary monster because, like you said, that Team Avatar breaks the rules and steals a book, and then
couldn't be me.
I would steal a book.
I would only do it like in a sexy way, just to get the, just to be like, oh no, you caught me.
I would also do it in a sexy way, but also in a I like having things way. But he turns into a giant kind of like a giraffe owl, if you will, and then pursues them and sinks the library beneath the earth, where it is lost until rediscovered later, which is in and of itself pretty sexy. But we're going to talk about the dateability of Wan Shi Tong first, which I think, honestly, like, there are 2 sort of modes of this being, this spirit, which is, one is the kind of chill librarian mode, type A mode, and one is absolutely feral. This man's going bad shit, and his neck is so long. It's so long. I think, I would assume that the date would occur in sort of type A librarian mode, which is honestly not bad. Like, a reading date it's kind of intimate, but I don't hate it.
As somebody who hates leaving the house and only leaves the house in pursuit of lesbians, I don't know, man. This he him lesbian librarian is really doing something for me. The date in their house. We don't have to leave.
Yeah, he's not leaving.
And honestly, I hate leaving. I hate going places.
Well, you would have to go.
The date could be so long.
That's true.
The date would be the rest of my life, because by the end of the date, maybe I would just steal a book for funsies so I don't have to leave.
Wait, this is kind of a aside, but I've heard of this before. Have you ever been on like a first date that lasted multiple days?
Lauren, I'm a lesbian. Yes, I've
I'm
been on
also
a
a
first.
lesbian.
Okay. Yes, I've been on dozens of first dates that last. I would say the average length of first date that I have been on with anyone other than cis men is, I would go 9 to 12 hours as an average.
Wow.
I've definitely gone like almost 48 hours. And I would say the average length of date I went on with men before I stopped was maybe 30 minutes.
That's so fair.
You just have to take it away from them a lot.
I was gonna say, like, at a certain point, after like 12 hours of being with someone, I'm like, I'm gross now. I gotta go.
I'm like, I'm gross now. Let's get in the shower together.
Okay, you know what? That makes sense. If you're like, I'm a little more, but I feel like I'm a little more closed off.
I'm like, we've known each other for 6 hours. We're married now. And I will be acting like your house is my house.
And that's you hauling, ladies and gentlemen. Happy late lesbian week of visibility.
Late lesbian week of
you hauling awareness. That's super fair. Yeah, I've never been. I think I couldn't do it. I think I would not be a fun hang after a certain amount of time. So like it's sort of polar opposites where like you are drawn in by the idea of staying in the library forever. I would love to visit. So yes. It would still be good for me.
And I think the first date you don't have to intentionally strand yourself in the library forever. So I think you're good. I think the date will be good. What do you think they read? What do you think their literature of choice is?
Nonfiction.
I love a nonfiction. As a child, I read they had these Linnaean classification books, and they had one for every phylum. And I read all of them. Every phylum in the animal kingdom.
Yeah, that's so funny. I as a kid, I liked it more, and then as an adult, I like listening to nonfiction stuff, like a nonfiction audiobook, love it. A video essay on like an obscure topic, love it. But I can't really sit down and read nonfiction. It doesn't, because I work, right? Because that's like I'm doing nonfiction at my job.
Fortunately, mine, I don't.
Actually, maybe an astronomy type of guy, because he does have the whole. That was one of the most beautiful things. Was the whole I can't recall what it's called. Planetarium.
Yeah.
In the library. So I think Wan Shi Tong is an astrology girly.
Hot.
Oh my god.
Tell me about them exoplanets, baby.
You hear that? That's the sound of every crystal girly, and I like gushing at the sight of Wan Shi Tong.
Truly, Wan Shi Tong, the most eligible butch in all of media.
That's true. I think that's really true. Here's the thing is like I oscillate wildly between Wan Shi Tong is a kindergarten teacher and Wan Shi Tong is a him lesbian.
And speak on that.
Yeah. Kindergarten teachers can be hot.
And por qué no los dos?
Not my kindergarten teacher. My kindergarten teacher was bad.
I taught kindergartners at some point, and I would hope that I'm on.
You have to be better than mine. Mine was, have you ever had one of those systems where they like card you if you do something wrong?
Yes. Do you mean me every day from 1st to 5th grade beating up boys on the playground and getting red carded?
I would have a meltdown if I was below a yellow card.
I was never not below a yellow card. I couldn't stop fighting boys.
I bit a hole in a kid's ear in kindergarten.
Yes!
I went to a religious kindergarten and there was a lot of pent up stuff and I just jumped at a kid and bit him in the ear. If you're out there, I think your name is Ryan. Sorry, Ryan.
R.I.P.
I also this is my favorite story of all time. There was a girl in my kindergarten who was my friend, but she was super mean to me. And she was blonde and she had like curly hair.
I understand.
Yep.
I understand.
I'll call her
full first last name.
No, I don't remember her last name. I'll call her May. And she would order me around like a little lackey.
Yes, I understand.
And one day I had a little strawberry. It was so cute. It was like a little strawberry mini fan. And it was a hot day. And I was putting it near my face. And May came over and she was like, fan me. And I just had this thought where I was like, what if I shoved it into her curly blonde hair and I shoved it straight
Big
into the mass of her hair.
Big vengeance. Wow.
And it got so tangled, and she spent the next hour screaming her head off while our kindergarten teacher tried to unwrap the hair from the fan.
Wow.
The funny thing is, my mom hated her, so I didn't get in trouble.
Get wrecked. Wow, that actually healed something deep inside of me, and I'm so glad you shared.
It's sometimes good to fight
And
back.
now, so out of 10.
Out of 10. Yes, on this massive tangent. I think we identified that Wan Shi Tong is the most eligible
Hottie.
in the city of Los Angeles. Then that's not right.
Are they in Los Angeles? No. Are they way more eligible than anyone who is in the city of Los Angeles?
Yes. I think it's a 10 on dateability. We almost never give 10s on dateability.
I also think it's a 10. I would never like to leave this library.
I know, it's really nice. I think it would be really pleasant.
Truly, I'm trying to think of one negative thing to say about this person, and none of it. I just can't.
You could, like, cuddle, like, because...
I guess a bird tongue is not as squishy as a human tongue. And really, that's my only negative.
I've never made out with a bird, Ivy. I don't know that.
You never had a parrot lick your hand?
Actually, I have.
They have like weird little rock tongues.
Oh.
And they
like
go.
I've had lorikeets do it, and it wasn't that weird. But marriageability.
Marriage. I'm getting it day one.
That's super big. You're already basically married. I'm a little more hesitant because of the anger thing.
And I get that. And I love that for you. To me, I'm not faulting you for anger if you're really clear about like, hey, I asked you for one thing.
That's a good point.
And it's not like they're blowing up at me because like I did something on accident. Like you had to be like, it's consequences, and I love getting consequenced.
That's super.
What's sexier than getting the consequence?
They were kind of a dick to Sokka. That's the only.
And he deserved it.
Oh, it was before the stealing. Called him stupid. But he did.
Men deserve to be put in their place.
In Wan Shi Tong's defense, he was stupid.
He hadn't drinking his respect woman juice yet. Okay, Wan Shi Tong could see that. Wan Shi Tong knows. Wan Shi Tong knows that man is out here speaking negatively about his older sister who did nothing but sacrifice her childhood so that he could be happy.
Katara's younger.
Okay, even crazier. Sacrificed her childhood so that her older brother could have a childhood? Crazy.
Oh, wait, no, I'm so protective of Sokka, too. Katara and Sokka.
Men can protect themselves.
Because I'm technically eldest daughter, asterisk.
Yes.
Eldest daughter, but I have a brother. So I'm like, I can see it's hard on both sides. I'm like, that's rough.
My sister is a Katara, and it is rough. But I still give Sokka
rough
no
to
credit.
be a Katara. Yeah, no, I think that's fair. Yeah, Wan Shi Tong, yeah, I'm worried, because it's like, is it, like, clear boundaries, or, like, will I do something that, like, wasn't established? I'm like, I don't know that I
That's true, you could run into a rule that hasn't been established.
Yeah, I'm concerned. Like, that's not necessarily, like, he wasn't, like, super suspicious, so, I don't know. I just get nervous around people who, like, get angry easily.
So fair, so valid.
But I do think, I'm assuming that is not the case.
Mm-hmm.
I do think he would be a lovely partner.
Can you imagine? It's just every day we're reading, we're chit-chatting, we're playing some sexy tag. I don't know. I just really think no downsides.
Sexy tag in the library. Do you like sand? That library's sandy.
Sand in my pussy?
I know.
Like
naked tag and there's sand in your pussy.
Dang. Okay, maybe you have encountered the one drawback, which is sand.
Oh, but do you remember there are little fox spirits who I think I am remembering more and more details. Ivy loves foxes.
Ivy loves foxes. So I get free babies. Free babies.
It's huge. I actually forgot about that until just now, but they're really cute. I remember them being really cute.
Oh my god. Okay. I guess this is okay. I will say a downside. Is I get so motion sick in all vehicles, and also I hate walking. So I actually really would like to stay in one place, and it would be like it's such an isolated house. You know what I mean? Like if I have to go to an improv show, that fucking commute, like who's picking me up for this? Like
the sandbend across the desert just
And
to
I'm
get
not a
food.
sandbender. I'm a fucking firebender. Everybody knows it. And I'm gonna use the electricity to do mind control. I'm gonna get good
You've thought
and
about this
invent
too
evil.
much.
Don't worry, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, you do have firebender vibes. I would have said maybe like a
Non-bender.
against type waterbender.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. I feel like you go with the flow sometimes, but
But mostly, I'm a problem.
no, that's fair. I don't know why. I can't quantify it, but I was like, yeah, Ivy waterbender, easy.
Fascinating. Because I move all swooshy.
That's, you know what? That might be exactly it.
But the firebenders also move quite swooshy. I would say of swooshy movement, I would go earthbenders are really the least swooshy, then air. Fire and water are both quite swooshy, especially lightning bending,
Yeah, I
which
can
is
see
what my
air.
emphasis would be.
I think fire has a lot of kicks and punches, which I don't see you doing.
I used to
karate.
kickbox!
That's fair. I've never seen you do karate.
I gotta
You
do
do have
some
the
karate
killing
in front of
instinct-
Lauren now. It's time.
Next show, karate.
Next show, Ivy kills an audience member.
I think I would be an earthbender.
You would definitely be an earth.
Yeah.
I feel like, or I could see you being an air nomad. I see you
Nomad?
as a monk, as a sexy monk.
I feel like thank you so much. And one day I may shave my head and become a sexy monk.
Honestly, I think you would look really hot. That's mostly
Thank
what
you
I
so
was
much.
imagining.
Yeah,
And like the big chunky necklace.
Oh, that'd be nice. I do love the accessories. I don't love air nomad fashion, but that's because I don't love monk fashion. I think when I was young, I was like, waterbending is the coolest, which I still stand by. I think it is the coolest. But then, like, in my adult life, I'm like, I'm a stubborn motherfucker. I think I'd be an earthbender. When Toph threw a rock at Aang's head and was like, dodge this, casual, I really felt that.
And speak on that.
But marriageability, I think it'd be a 9 out of 10 for me. Just that like one little blip that I mentioned is the getting angry. I'd be a little worried.
Okay, so I did take one off for sand, but then I did put one back for
Oh,
babies
the second
for free.
the second
Babies
fox-
for free.
The second foxes were on the table. It was over for anyone
It
else.
was over. Also, like
Speaking of baby for free.
baby for free.
My cat is doing yoga in front of us. Let's see. Oh, and fuckability. God, I want to fuck this owl.
I want this owl to strangle me with its giant neck.
Eaten alive by the
Literally, eat me alive, puke me back up as a pellet of bones, and fuck my own pellet. I don't give a. I want this owl to fuck me so bad.
Yeah, owls, like, fucked up birds are an underrated, I feel like, sexual object.
Absolutely. Like,
The
get
harpy.
furries out of here and put fucked up birds
Oh.
here.
I feel that, but I have nothing against the furries.
Fluff equals baby. Feather equals. If it's a bug or a bird, that's fuckable. If it's fluffy, that's a baby.
I get fluffy, but furry is, I feel like, the distinction. Because, like, anything, there's a lot of things that are furry, but not fluffy, I feel like.
Such as?
I feel like lions are furry, but not fluffy.
No, what?
Like
a lion's
female
not fluff?
lions?
Oh, a female lion.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. A female lion is not baby.
Hyena.
The mohawk.
It's
But
not
it is so
fluffy to
fluffy.
me. They're very coarse.
You're true.
Yeah.
You're true. Okay. I'll give you coarse fur is sexier than fluffy fur.
That's what I think. The coarse fur furries. No, avians and scalies, I feel like got it. And there's their niche. People are more into mammals, but I think fucked up birds. The harpy from Last Unicorn.
Titties.
With her
Wow.
4 titties.
Fucked up birds for the win. Yeah, so I'm going 10, obviously.
10. Yeah, I was a Guardians of Gahul kid, so I think I'm also biased because I was like
Owl warrior cats.
6-year-old me was like, I'm in love with Otulissa. She was the scholar owl. Yeah, I think it's a solid 10. God, I want to fuck this owl so bad. I never thought I'd say those words, but and even better in the feral form. It's even better in the feral form.
I just think, that's really exactly the type of top I'm looking for. I'm looking for a top that lays out, this is what's gonna happen, and these are what you could do, and this is how I will respond, and then I could be like, oh, and just a little bit, and it's
Yeah. That's also how I think I could get past the angry thing if it's a sexy kind of thing.
It'd be so sexy.
10 out of 10 would get beaked down by Wang Chitong.
Beaked down by Wang
Beaked
Chitong. All seasons underground in that library, getting fucked, looking at the fake stars. no better. Can you tell me post-sex staring at the stars in the planetarium?
Sex is crazy.
It would hit different.
Griffith Observatory, watch out.
Watch out, La La Land. No more dancing in the Griffith Observatory. Time to fuck.
I love Dodo Family. That's my favorite place. Okay, you wanna give some advice to some hapless people?
It's time.
It's time for
the
advice.
Citizens of the internet to get our high quality expert advice.
Yep.
No flaws.
This person asks, what's a subtle red flag in dating that most people ignore at the beginning? I feel like sometimes the biggest red flags aren't obvious. They're small things that seem harmless at first, but later you realize they were warning signs all along. What's a subtle red flag that you noticed too late?
I think I know exactly what the red flag is, and I see it every time, and then I think, no, it'll be fine. It's okay.
I can fix him.
And it's cowardice. Okay?
Ooh.
If you're scared to introduce me to someone because I'm loud and gay and Jewish and Mexican and annoying and dorky and have never seen any relevant media, I get it. I get that I'm not an easy person to introduce or to bring in public or to show your tech bro friends. But you know what? Pussy up, bitch. I don't know. Like, if you're scared of this, I can be a lot scarier.
It's like you're not going to stand by me, like, because if they're already, like, just scared to say things about you, it's like they're not going to support you or stand by you when you are going through something that makes you less palatable, I guess?
Yes. Palatable, presentable, like, whatever it is. Like, I don't know. Your partner should ride or die for your ass. And, like, there's a difference between, like, a person who is just shy and a person who wants you to be something you're not in order to fulfill an idea they have in their head. And, like, I say cowardice, and cowardice is this big, like, accusatory word. And, like, it's, like, very little things, I feel like. It's, like, those little things of, like, oh, well, you've spoken to all my friends on the phone, or you've, like, come to my game nights. Like, why don't your friends ever talk to me? Like,
yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I've never had to deal with that. I feel like I'm a pretty hesitant person, but I think if my partner expressed a desire to meet people, it would be important to me that I do not deny them that, because that's like, I would have to re-examine the relationship if I'm like, I don't want this people to meet people, because then, like, this probably isn't gonna work out.
And, you know, great conclusion to draw. One date in instead of 8 months and 2 cross-country moves in.
Oh no, it's the XX.
But it's okay, because was I in love with him? No. Was I in love with bread? Yes. And you can put that on the record.
Yeah. I think one thing it's not a red flag necessarily for me for other people, but it's something I see in myself that I'm trying to work on, is making, like, self-deprecating or like putting myself down in front of a partner.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a sign that maybe you're not ready to support someone else in terms of a relationship. Like, it's not a hard and fast rule. It really is. It's like maybe a yellow flag. If I'm over here like, oh, I can't talk to people, I'm ugly, I'm stupid. It's like, people I'm trying to pursue aren't going to be like, and that makes me more attracted to you.
And if it does, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag. It's a hard thing to articulate because it's, like, very easy to make self-deprecating jokes. And I feel like there's a difference between making, like, oh, God, I'm an idiot joke and being like, no, I'm dumb and can't talk to people.
Yes. Well, and, like, it's also, like, there's something, like, a little insulting about it. Because, like, I've had a person that I was dating that was like that. And it's like, hey, I did sign up for this. So every time you're like, I'm trash, I'm stupid, I'm like, am I a creep? Like, what does this say about me? Am I a creep? Am I a weirdo? Like, what am I doing here? I don't belong here.
Yeah, I was also going to say that, like, if you're putting yourself down, it's, like, a sign to your partner that they might have to give a lot more in order to support you if you're not willing to support even yourself. Like, maybe you're not able to support other people. So I think it's, like, a light red flag that I'm trying to work on. Like, it's not, I don't even think I've dated anyone who's had that.
Wow.
Everyone I've dated has been all 10s, confident, cool. No.
Look, everybody I've dated was hot. Everything else, I don't know, but they were hot. And charming. And that's that.
Doubt.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, I think we named 2, like, not conventional. I feel like there's a lot of things that are just, like, very obvious red flags. Like, if he's, like, yelling at you on the first date, there's something wrong.
Something wrong.
Yeah. All right, do we want to do your
Yes.
Hear me out?
Look, me and my Hyundai Tucson Ruby Rose have been through a lot. I've hit a lot of poles with that car. I've hit a lot of big, hot, fine ass in that car. I've done a lot. Me and that car have been through a lot. But she's on her last legs, and I think there's a newer, and by new I mean older, sexier, thicker lady in town, and her name's the Mystery Machine.
The Mystery Machine. I can't. What type of van is the Mystery Machine? Minivan? Unknown.
Just kind of a cargo van.
Unknowable.
A painted cargo van.
Hot.
Look, I love stuff. I've said this once, I'll say it 1,000 times. I love fucking vehicles, okay? Whether it's a lady that can also be a vehicle, or it's a vehicle that I'm imagining is a lady.
Have you watched Transformers?
No, but the concept really does do it for me. I think it's fun to fuck cars. I think, what can I say?
Have you seen the movie Titan?
No. Have I seen any car fucking media? No.
Stolen Valor.
It is absolutely stolen valor. I'm absolutely stealing this valor, and I'm gonna fuck the Mystery Machine.
No, I think it's the enthusiasm. It's such a niche that the enthusiasm is really what carries it.
In my head, okay, let me like paint the picture of like anthropomorphic Mystery Machine, cause she's like a hippie, so she's like kind of old. She's not like old, but she's like a little old, and she's got like long ass fucking hair. And it's like, but it's looped back around where it's gotten so long that it kind of reads as butch again. And it's like angrily tucked behind her ears. And she's got like a big, thick Beatles ass motherfucker like headband.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got tassels. She's wearing a vest. And like she's built like a brick house. Just like thick. Just a wide, square woman wearing bell bottoms.
There's someone like this in Scooby-Doo canon, except for built like Brit shithouse. She's pretty skinty.
We could think it up.
We could think it up. Also, I'm a purist. I want to fuck the car.
No, I want to be very clear. I'm also fucking the car. But I'm just saying, if we are anthropomorphizing...
Mystery Machine Gajinka. I think that's the humanized version of, it's like, when people draw Pokemon as humans.
Yeah.
Like Gajinkas.
Gajinka. Vocab.
I hope this time rounds it. Let me find this fucking, she's in like the Alien Scooby-Doo movie.
I just think it would be a cool date. I think I will say though, for the first date, I am going to take points off because I do think we are like driving around and I do get super motion sick. Yeah. Okay. So that, but like way just big version of that. Like,
I love not being the one driving a car. If I'm in the front seat,
passenger princess.
Yeah, I love it. Road trip date would be awesome, and I would love the Mystery Machine. The Mystery Machine like taking care of me. Like, it's avoiding potholes.
You know it's going extra gentle on those stops because you said you were motion sick.
Now, wait, here's the thing. Conversation.
So, in my mind, we're doing, like, kind of like one of those, like, horrifying radio ghost things.
I was exactly thinking that.
Okay, I'm glad we're on the same, like, that it's, like, just, it's an amalgamation of every voice on the radio, and they're just, like, piecing it together. I think that's really hot. I think the puzzle aspect of it is fun. I think the horror aspect of it's fun. I think anything over like radio static is automatically sexier.
Yeah. I'm like, are there any downsides? Because my heart says 9 out of 10, but I'm like, why?
I mean, like the drive-in movie is fun. But this is the thing. Like, right? Coffee shop date's a little trickier. Like, oh, okay, so you're just going through a drive-through and then you're gonna park somewhere scenic.
God
Just
forbid you want to
nice.
go swimming.
Right. So like there's some limitations.
Me shoving a hamburger into my car's exhaust pipe. Okay,
And like
yeah,
the car doesn't have money, so you do have to pay for the day.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I think it's a solid 9 because it is like you'll get a nice date out of it for sure. And
Yeah.
like it's almost like every other date is like really nice, but then like on the dates you do to like try to change things up and like have fun, it's like, why did we come to the beach? We keep getting towed.
Now, is this the one I presented? Yes. Am I going to rank it much lower than that hot ass fucking owl? Maybe.
You get so car sick.
I get so car sick. It's so sexy,
That's rough.
but I get so motion sick. So I think I'm bringing it down to like a 6. Like it's a fun day.
Fair, yeah.
But like if it's doing like 6 poison damage every 2 hours is a lot.
And
you know?
all it can do is car. Like it can't do other things. It's just car.
It is just car.
So you're kind of stuck with that. But
And in LA traffic, I mean, like
Oh,
if we were out, if we were like lived in Wyoming, maybe it would be different.
I imagine like cross country, like just
Yeah.
like van nomad.
Yes.
I'm like van nomading. I guess with my
Spouse.
the mystery machine. I was gonna say like this is one where I'm like, how do we have income?
And I guess in the same way that the mystery gang doesn't really have income.
They're nepo babies.
Yeah, I think you just do have to nepo baby
You
it.
nepo baby.
Because Daphne and Fred are both nepo
Yeah, they're both-
babies.
No, all of them.
All of them are nepo
I think-
babies.
I think Velma might not be, but I think even she.
Oh yes, you're right. Because it's Norbert, whatever.
Yeah, his name is Norville Rogers.
Yes, and I think Velma's parents are normal. Maybe
think
like
so.
middle upper class.
She gives slightly more normal than the others all give rich kid. Like even
Yeah.
Shaggy gives rich kid, but
Yeah.
Velma's a little bit less. I think it's because whenever her glasses fall off, she's not like, I can buy another pair. She's like, my glasses.
Fuck.
Velma
Fuck my
says,
glasses.
"Fuck."
I think they should let Velma say fuck.
I agree,
Fuck, those are $200.
and she's right.
And she's right.
Yeah, I think we could do van nomad. Like I could work remote out of my wife, the mystery machine.
Honestly, your setup is pretty decent for it. I mean, like, you're kind of prepared.
I'm like, showering is a big thing.
Yeah.
And I don't think the mystery machine is quite big enough to install a shower.
No, she's not. She's a bucket shower girl.
Yeah, maybe I could like have a
Top
maybe I could
down.
have a bathroom in a trailer and then trail it behind the mystery machine and then just sleep in the mystery machine.
And this is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Am I willing to put in the work?
And
might
are you?
be.
And are you? And are
might
you
be.
gonna? And more importantly, are you gonna sick ass psychedelic paint the trailer to match the mystery machine?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just had to check.
I think you know what's funny is I think my ranking goes down, but I would be willing to put in the effort.
Yeah, I think it's worth it, but I don't know. I think I definitely have to pee all the time,
Oh,
and
true.
like I don't really have the anatomy to like pee during like while driving. I mean, I guess I could like a pee
pull
funnel.
over and squat.
Yeah, I know. I just don't like doing that.
Yeah, that's fair. But your wife will hide you.
My wife is pretty thick, so
She's
she's
pretty
a good hiding spot. That is true.
You could set up you could set up a piss tent.
And I guess this is the other point, which is as I said with the owl, I don't really like going places.
That's true.
I actually hate travel. I don't like being a tourist.
Yeah, I am a homebody.
I don't like seeing new things. I like seeing the same people in the same places.
You're really wow. That really sobered me up. I was picturing this beautiful nomadic life, and I'm like, God, I get too scared to go outside sometimes.
Right? That's really. And I think
Who do I
aspirationally,
think I am?
I think aspirationally, I would love to marry the mystery machine.
For sure.
Do I think I am a good compatible partner for the mystery machine and who she is?
Mm-hmm.
No. And it would be doomed Yuri. You know what I mean? It's like the clock starts at the wedding vows for when Ivy starts getting too motion sick. I would get married,
That's
but I think
tragic.
I would have to get too nauseous and get divorced like 3 months in.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it would be really, and we would both be like kind of devastated by it.
Yeah.
We would both be like, wow, we really do love each other so much, but it just can't work.
Not even a polycule situation. I feel like the Mystery Machine, weirdly, would be monogamous.
I absolutely think the Mystery Machine is monogamous.
And it's a hippie, but it is monogamous.
It's a swinger, but it's not a polycule.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, the Mystery Machine's like taking you out, meeting random strangers, but like at the end of the day, only one person can change that oil.
That's fair. I love that. Yep, I think that's fair.
So out of 10.
I'm realizing that I say that's fair so much in these.
And it's fair.
I think out of 10, I think a 7.
I think if I'm getting divorced, I think I have to put it under 5, which is really tragic. I think like the start of the marriage would be so beautiful.
You could average the start of the marriage and the
Okay,
end of the
I think the start of the marriage would be like an 8. I think it'd be so fun. And I think I would feel like more alive than I'd ever felt in my life. And then I think immediately 2 months in, I just would get into a state of permanent motion sickness that just like I just couldn't get over, and I would have to end it. So I think it averages out to like a 5.
Okay, that's fair. I think I'm holding on to that aspiration. I don't think I'll ever be that person, but I like dreaming.
I like dreaming about the person I am when I'm married to the Mystery Machine.
Yeah, that's real. What about fucking the
Okay,
Mystery
I mean, let's get so for real. I want to fuck that car.
I do want to fuck that car.
I mean, okay, like logistically, me and my Hyundai Tucson have been through a lot. And I've had a lot of sex in the back of that Hyundai Tucson. I'm telling you, hard height cap at 5'10" really should be capped at 5'4".
But the back of the Mystery Machine is like a big open
That's
space.
what I'm saying. That's the pro of the Mystery Machine, is you really do unlock a lot of potential that you're missing out in the hatchback. I mean, like, look, we can play with like, ooh, like, what if we go on that road that like 80% of people like crash and fall off the mountain during? And the Mystery Machine, yeah. I wanna almost fall off a mountain.
Why don't you run over me a little bit? I don't know, something wheel wells, really. Get in the wheel well. I've never had car sex because it's just like logistically difficult for someone of my height.
Yeah, you're past the cap of 5'4", which is
sure.
really what should be the cap.
And
you
I've
could
never
try to
owned
make
a
it work
van.
over that, but
I've never owned a van. It's only been sedans. Now,
headspins.
are you strapping down the Mystery Machine?
No, the Mystery Machine is strapping me.
Okay.
I think in my mind, I'm taking like a suction cup Bad Dragon dildo and like suctioning it to the wheel well, and then sitting on the wheel well on a bumpy road.
Oh God! Is that driving?
Yeah. What, you think we're sitting still? Road ahead in the Mystery Machine. And then, like, because as we've established, we're swingers, right? So we're like, you know,
fucking someone else in the Mystery Machine.
Yeah, we're both in the back. The Mystery Machine's driving.
Dual dildos on either side.
Dual dildoed. I don't know. I think there's a lot of fun stuff to be had. I think I could feasibly have sex with up to 4 other people while in the Mystery Machine. I believe.
The capacity is 5. And a dog. Dog's not involved.
Dog's not involved. So like 5 and a cuck and the Mystery Machine and me.
Someone might have to drive. Like just
someone might have to drive.
Yeah.
Just like as a backup if the Mystery Machine
When
kind of
the
gets too
Mystery Machine-
distracted.
When the Mystery Machine climaxes, someone's gonna grab the wheel.
Exactly. And we're all on the same page.
I think that is a little daunting as someone who's not experienced in the ways.
What, you're telling me you're not out here having 6-person orgies in the back of vans?
It's a skill set I'm working on. No, I'm not experienced. I think I would injure myself. I think I would sprain my ankle during sex, which is humiliating. I would try to get adventurous with it, and I would fall, and I would twist my ankle, and they'd have to pull me out of there butt naked. Well, from the waist down naked. And then I would be really embarrassed. And they'd be like, what are you doing? And I'd be like, well, I was fucking my wife, who is the Mystery Machine.
The EMT shows up in their ambulance that they're fucking, and you have to explain to the EMT that you injured yourself.
This is what cars should have been if Disney weren't fucking cowards. Yeah. it presents too much of a challenge for where I'm at as a person, maybe.
Yeah. See, like, look, long term, you have the constitution to sit in the van. And in the short term, I have the dexterity to get tousled around that van without perishing.
Oh, I'll be...
You'll be the cock.
I'll be the cock!
Friends, we've done it.
I don't want to volunteer for
We've
that.
solved it. And so out of 10, how much fun are you having?
I'd say I'll give it a 6. I think the vanilla boring sex with a mystery machine. What a crazy sentence. The vanilla boring sex with the car would be fine. It would be serviceable. But I would be thinking of what could be if I only had the knowledge.
Yeah, I really do feel like, look, I've invested all of this energy into the skill tree. Like, might as well really max my build to really optimize.
You really gotta watch Titan.
Next on the watch list, maybe. Yeah, so I'd give it like a 9. Because I think like driving around, I would get bored of the vanilla mystery machine sex. And I would really just be like chasing the next high of how crazy I could get wilding in this mystery machine.
Logistics question. How do we separate the gang from the mystery machine? Do we just like woo?
I steal.
Okay, you steal.
I steal their car.
Okay. I was like, do I woo them by like doing mysteries better than them?
That would be cool. I was just gonna steal.
I think I could do mysteries better than some of them. Maybe not Velma, but maybe Velma comes with.
I couldn't have Velma come with. We look too much alike. That's incest.
Well,
I
Velma
have
has
to.
very thick glasses.
It's true. My glasses are thinner.
Yeah.
And does that change things?
That's fair.
Because she's taking the glasses off when we fuck, and then it comes back to incest.
I think the glasses stay on.
Ooh.
I think everything's
Dirty.
I think
how?
the glasses and the socks stay on during sex for Velma.
And Ace men. Speak on that. Socks always stay on.
I think we could woo the mystery machine. Get like, you know, the gas in the gas station? Like you get the 96 gas instead of like the 92.
Premium, baby.
I'd go through a car wash.
Ooh.
Which I don't do. My car right now is disgusting.
Oh, baby, I'm gonna hand apply that wax.
Oh my god, yes, sexy. Oh my god, wax it. Yep.
I'm gonna wax that car, baby.
Yeah, I think we could win over the mystery machine easy. You think Fred takes? Well, I do think Fred takes.
I think Fred is waxing the mystery machine every single day.
Waxing the mystery machine. That's true.
That fucking gooner.
So I just have to be better at solving mysteries than him, which I think is logistically possible.
Well, or look sexier while applying the wax.
I mean,
which I think is also well within your capabilities.
Yep, I think so. We have one more advice question.
Oh yeah, let's round us off with this advice.
Ooh, this is an interesting one.
Okay, I'm ready.
But this person says, I think I accidentally trained myself to perform on dates, and now I don't know how to be normal. When I go on a date with someone I actually like, I slip into this mode where I'm basically hosting a show. I ask good questions, I make jokes, I do the polite eye contact, all that stuff. And the date usually goes well on paper, but after I feel weirdly empty, like I was playing the role of fun person to date instead of just being a person. Then I get home and realize I never said anything real about me, or I avoided anything that could be slightly awkward. I think this started because I used to be anxious, and the way I coped was over-preparing. Like, I'd plan topics in my head, read advice threads, watch how to flirt videos, all that. Now it's automatic. I can feel myself doing it in the moment, and I still can't stop it. How do you switch from doing dating correctly to actually letting someone get to know you? What's a small thing I can try on the next date that won't feel like jumping off a cliff? I feel like we can both relate to this.
What? No!
But I feel like we have different... I feel like I shift into a weird corporate mode.
Yes.
When I do really anything, but even dating, I find myself being like, this is a little bit too per my last email.
And how not?
How not? I'm not afraid to admit that as a 27-year-old, I did look up how to flirt, like recently. So I don't think it's bad to do some research.
No.
I think, you know what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is too corporate again, but I feel like going in and setting an intention for like a date or maybe an interaction, because I feel like date one is just like get to know you.
Yeah.
And then from that point on, you're kind of like, okay, well, I'm worried about getting too corporate, so I'm going to... Maybe I'm reneging. Maybe setting an intention is too clinical.
I mean, like, I was sitting here, like, literally, like, the last, like, 4 people I've been out with, I have ended it because I'm like, oh, I just felt like their jester on the date and not, like, their date. But to me,
I see.
But to me, it's not necessarily a question of like just on you, because to some extent it's about like what your dynamic is with the person.
Yeah.
Because if like they make you feel like you have to be that type of performative person in order for them to like you, then like maybe it doesn't work. Or like if you don't feel like they're meeting your energy where you're at, like that's what always tends to feel performative for me.
All right, we're finishing the recording on my phone because my camera died.
I mean, like, the dates that have felt the most date-like to me have always been, like, I think a first date doesn't have to feel like a date at all.
Yeah.
First date can totally feel like an interview, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think as, like, second dates is when you have to, like, get good and get the banter going. I guess my instinct, if you are trying to be less performative, is to give yourself something to do on the date.
Yeah.
And focus on the task.
A task.
Rather than the performance.
A quest.
A quest, if you will. Like, go axe throwing, go go-karting, go mini golf, go paint pottery, whatever the task is, and pick a task that you're, like, kind of good at so you look hot. Or that you're kind of bad at so that they can help you depending on kind of where you're looking for.
Yeah,
dynamic.
I was gonna say, this is also something I've been working on, is like be a little bit more selfish might help in that respect. If you specifically go on a date to a place you really like agnostic of what the other person thinks. Like, it may not work out, but usually if someone likes you and wants to date you, they'll want to spend time with you. And unless they have a really big issue, unless they're like, I have a deadly fear of jellyfish and I can't go to the aquarium, they'll probably go, like, even if they're neutral on aquariums, they'll go, oh, you like that? Like, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
And then if you are in a comfortable space where you are, basically, if you're comfortable taking up space on the date, you'll probably be a little bit more comfortable not putting on a front. Yeah, I've been talking to my therapist about this in relation to improv, not in relation to dating. Well, in relation to dating too, because sometimes it's very easy to compromise what you want to do or want to communicate in favor of making the other person more comfortable, which is good to an extent, but not good if it makes you feel bad about dating.
Yes, absolutely. I've been talking with my therapist just on the level of like, is it on me if I feel performative? Is it on the other person? And I never have an answer. But it's not even like on the other person of like their fault as much as it is like us.
Yeah, is the chemistry bad? Is it
right? Because to me, like, if the chemistry be chemistrying, I stop worrying.
Yeah, that's true. But what if it's two awkward people? Like, what if you would have a very nice relationship, but you're just both a little bit awkward, and so you can't quite bridge that?
I actually think the awkwardness is actually what makes a date feel like a date. In my
that's true.
Just like that little like moment of like, I was on a date a while back of like a rock climbing date, and like she came down and apologized for taking too long on the wall that I was belaying her on, and then I got to be like, oh well, like she don't really mind, because I had a great view the whole time. And then like you go be like, oh my god, I didn't mean to say that, and then it's like that's where the banter comes. That's where the sexy.
That's so interesting. I'm not that. Maybe it's because I'm not that smooth. Because I'm like, if I were doing that, it would feel performative.
Oh no, I'm just that good.
I think it's very easy to lose yourself on a date, especially with dating apps. I don't do dating apps because I think I would treat it like an interview, and I really wouldn't enjoy it.
And that's every time. Like, my therapist keeps being like, "Why don't you go back on a dating app?" And I'm like, because you never. Like, my response on a dating app is always, "Okay, I guess." Right? It's always like, "Okay, I guess this is good enough to make it to the next stage." Because it's like, I'm never going to see a profile and be like, oh my god, I'm swept on my feeling. No. Like, I'll always just be like, yeah, I guess this looks good. And then we talk and then we text and I'm like, yeah, I guess they're nice. Then we go on the date and I'm like, yeah, I guess it was fun. And it's like, I can't, I guess my way into falling in love.
This person did not say whether or not they were using dating apps. But it's also hard to give the advice, just meet people in person, because it's hard to do in this day and age.
Okay, and also, if you're Ivy, the second they get employed at a place, then you just lose any ability to have any level of conversation with them. at all because you're just like, oh no, under no circumstance can I inconvenience an employee.
My thing is, you can ask someone out if they can exit the situation or ghost you with no consequences. Like, for example, so many people will ask out cashiers, and I'm like, no, don't do that. They can't escape. I think that's important with customer service, but a lot of times, like, I'll be like, when I ask someone out, I have to make sure they have an escape route so that they don't feel trapped. And I'm like, I think it's okay if you, like, meet a person and ask them out, and then, like, they can't immediately run away. Like, I think it's okay. That's kind of what it doesn't have to go perfectly, and you don't have to be, like, a perfect corporate, like, doormat for your partner. Even though it can be, I know for me, it's hard to fight the urge to do that because it feels like I don't know if I feel like it's the right thing to do or the easiest thing to do or I know how to win the interaction.
To be loved is to be inconvenienced.
It's true.
Right? Like,
but I think part of the problem is you're not loving someone right off the bat when you're dating them. So it feels like more of it feels scarier to inconvenience them. Like doing something like being too loud or annoying or talking about things that are interesting to you as opposed to what would be the perfect first date question. I feel like that's not an inconvenience.
No.
And if they perceive it as an inconvenience, they are probably someone you don't want to be around. Revealing your personality for people like us, autistic people, can feel like an inconvenience or an imposition on someone, but it should not be. Even though that's hard to... Reddit OP, are you perhaps autistic?
What?
Honestly, like, I think it is kind of like a masking thing, right?
Yeah,
where
it
it's,
absolutely is masking.
I used to think two things, which were I'm a liar because I act differently with different groups of friends. That's less the case as an adult, but in high school I was like, I'm a liar actually. I act very differently in different situations. And then as an adult I would get exhausted after socializing in certain situations because I'm like, it took all of my brain power to make that interaction go perfectly.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a very easy trap to fall into, and for neurodivergent people, it's like, I have to do this or people will be mean to me.
Yes. Look, to some extent, if you can't take the mask off, just let him like the mask. You know what?
No,
you did it.
No.
It's your hard. I put in the hard work to make this performance. You better fucking like it, okay?
It's hard to take up space. I'm trying to learn how to do that. I think this person needs to learn how to do it too, because I think that's part of you need to try to develop the instinct to be less afraid of someone judging you or the date not going perfectly. And a way to do that is to, if it's not that, and it really is just like a habit you formed, I do think your idea of like having a task is a good idea.
Just a little task.
A little task. A little quest.
Also, it's a more fun date.
True, I agree.
And it's nice because then you can say you accomplished something together.
Yeah, it's true.
You're a team. Take her to the IKEA, build a piece of furniture with drawers. That's
now we're talking about the
love.
24-hour date.
Leave me alone.
I think it's important to make space for yourself.
Amen.
Self-care. Our hear us out today, ourselves.
Hear me out, internet.
But that's been Hear Us Out. We're going to be at the Pack Theater every fourth Saturday for now. My Hear Me Out for the road is I was gonna do something inspirational, and then my entire brain screeched to a halt and went the big dinosaur T-Rex fossil in the Natural History Museum. So it does have to be the giant T-Rex fossil in the Natural History Museum.
Here's Out for the Road is also in the Natural History Museum. All them rocks.
True.
Man, I want them rocks.
The rocks are nice.
I want those rocks so bad.
Carnally.
I want those rocks so... Oh my god, some of those rocks, I want to put those rocks right up my pussy. Yeah.
And that's why Ivy's banned from the Natural History Museum. No, we should go. That's been Hear Us Out, and we'll catch you on the next one. And I'll have more camera batteries next time.